Let's talk about health. We usually think, hey, I'm not sick, so I must be healthy. But what if that's not the whole story? Today, we're going to dig into what being truly healthy really means. And trust me, it's more important now than ever. Okay, let's jump right in.
So to really get what modern health is all about, we first have to face the music and look at the challenges we're up against. And honestly, some of these numbers are pretty shocking.
Let's start with this one. Over 100 million. According to a recent ICMR report, that's how many people in India are now diabetic. I mean, just to put that into perspective, that is more than the entire population of Germany. It's a huge and frankly a growing challenge for all of us.
And it doesn't stop there. We've also got this statistic. Nearly a third of all Indians are now considered obese. And this isn't just about appearance. It's a serious condition that opens the door to a whole bunch of other major health issues.
And listen, it's not just about what we're eating or how much we're moving. The world around us, our environment, plays a massive role. The air we breathe has literally been called a public health emergency. It's a risk factor for everything from a simple cough to much, much more severe conditions.
You know who's really feeling this too? Our kids. This isn't just an adult issue. All that increased screen time for children is being directly connected to so many things. A rise in obesity, problem sleeping, more anxiety, and even physical problems like dry eye disease. So you look at all this, and you have to wonder, right? We have incredible medical technology, amazing science, so why are these numbers climbing? It kind of makes you think, maybe our basic definition of being healthy is what's holding us back.
So if all our modern medicine isn't the complete answer, what is? Well, maybe the problem isn't the solution, but the question itself. It's time to rethink what health even means and get a more complete picture of what it is to be well.
And this is the big shift in thinking, right here. The old idea was super simple. If a doctor doesn't say you have a disease, you're healthy. End of story. But the modern definition, the one from the World Health Organization, is way broader. It's about your entire state of being.
This definition is a total game changer because it gives us 3 pillars of health, and they're all equally important: physical, mental, and social. The big idea is that they're all connected. You can't truly be healthy if one of these is out of whack.
Let me give you a perfect example. There's the story of a student who moved to a new city. Now, technically, he wasn't sick, but he was lonely, and that social and mental problem started causing very real, very physical problems. Headaches, weight loss, he couldn't sleep. See, his well-being was hit on all 3 levels. Okay, so if health is this big 3-part thing, where do we even start? Well, it all comes down to your daily choices, your lifestyle. This is the one area where you have the most power. You can think of it like this. There are 4 fundamental pillars holding up a healthy lifestyle. It's what you eat, how you move your body, how you rest and recharge, and how you handle your stress. Get these 4 things in balance, and you've built a really strong foundation for good health.
So what does that actually look like, day to day? Well, building good habits isn't just about hitting the gym. It's stuff like putting your phone down, getting outside in nature, maybe trying yoga. And it's just as important to know what to avoid. Things like processed junk food or skipping meals. But here's the thing. You can nail all those personal choices, but it's not the whole story. Those pillars of health don't exist in a bubble. We have to remember that our surroundings, our community, our relationships, the very air we breathe, they all have a massive effect on how we feel.
Now, to get a handle on how to protect ourselves, we also need to know what we're up against. And that means understanding the 2 main categories of diseases out there. And this right here is a huge shift in human history. For centuries, the big threats were communicable diseases, infections that spread from person to person. But today, the biggest killers are what we call non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, which are often tied to our lifestyle and our environment. So what's the difference? It's actually pretty simple. Communicable diseases are caused by germs, bacteria, viruses, and they jump from person to person. Think about the flu or COVID-19. Non-communicable diseases don't work that way. They're usually caused by a mix of things like genetics, your environment, and your lifestyle. Diabetes, heart disease, most cancers, they fall into this bucket.
All right, so we've talked about the crisis, we've got this new definition of health, we know the types of diseases. It can feel like a lot, right? But the good news is you don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Simple, consistent steps can make a massive difference.
So here it is, your basic health toolkit. And check this out. Notice how these simple things protect you from both types of diseases?
Washing your hands helps stop communicable diseases, for sure. Keeping your home clean improves your environment, which helps with NCDs. And look at that last one. Spend time with friends and family. That directly hits on that social well-being that's so critical to our new definition of health.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. Take a second and think about your own life through this bigger, wider lens. It's not just about what you ate for lunch or if you got a cough. How are your emotions, your relationships, your environment? How are they all shaping your complete well-being? Answering that question for yourself, that's the real first step to owning your health. Thanks for tuning in.